I'm Zach Lajwe. We have a lot to talk about this morning, but I want to start with an important topic, one that hits home for so many people: the safety of children when at school, a place they're supposed to be safe, cared for, and watched closely. But for some Houston mothers, that wasn't the case when their children walked right through the doors of their schools unnoticed. We first told you about a 5-year-old near US 90 and Maine. He was found by a Good Samaritan at the beginning of this month. That little boy was supposed to be in class at the Amani school, but was found outside the feeder road. And now, another jarring incident coming to light. A Klein ISD elementary student was found wandering the streets 6 minutes away from his school. Rilwan Balogun is digging deeper into these stories. He joins us now. Rilwan, good morning.
Zach, good morning.
You know, these are two alarming incidents. Both caused a lot of concern for these parents, but really the entire community. So talk to us. How did these incidents happen? Was there something going on at the school or within the classroom that had school personnel distracted?
Zach, yeah, that was the case in both incidents. At the Imani school, we understand the student there, the boy, was able to go to the bathroom across the classroom, just across the hallway, allowed to by the teacher. Then after going to the bathroom, he leaves the school premises. Similar situation happened here with the Brill Elementary at Klein ISD. This was, according to mom here, there was a day of testing. The 7-year-old has autism. The rest of his classmates also have some sort of special needs. So the day of testing, the teacher was doing individualized testing, so one-on-one with the student, while the rest of the class was being monitored by, what I'm being told, at least 2 teacher aides. Some sort of commotion happened in the classroom, drawing the attentions of both teacher aides away from the 7-year-old boy, who was able to get out of the classroom and leave the school property itself and walk a bit away for a 7-year-old, about a mile away, until he was spotted elsewhere at a busy intersection.
Yeah, that's extremely alarming, very stressful just to think about taking place, happening. Has there been any changes because of these incidents?
I know when I did the Amani story last week, we spoke with school officials, and they said there that they were bringing additional security and security personnel that they already have to walk the perimeter of that school to figure out any ways to, quote unquote, harden the school itself. In this incident with Klein ISD at Brill Elementary, I'm being told that there was an investigation that happened. Following that investigation, or let me say in the way the district has said, those involved are no longer with the district. So they weren't clear to explaining to me if those were the teacher aides, how many people are no longer at the district, but we know, according to Klein ISD officials, quote, those involved with the Brill Elementary 7-year-old are no longer at the district.
Okay, so there were changes, some consequences to these incidents. Talk to us, Rilwan, about how long it took school leaders, administrators, personnel to notify parents in these situations.
Yeah, we'll say with the Klein ISD Brill Elementary specific incident, that was the big frustration the mother had, Emily Castillo. She said she had no clue what was going on for well over an hour. She keeps 2 times very locked in her mind since all of this happened a few weeks ago. That's 10:25. That's the time school officials said they were made aware that the 7-year-old left the school property by looking at surveillance videos. The other time she has imprinted on her brain is 11:52. That's the time she says school officials eventually called her, notifying her that her son wasn't on campus. They couldn't find him. So when I asked her about that, like, how do you know these specific times? She's like, those were 2 times that would just forever stay with her.
Yeah, and some 90 minutes had lapsed before any notification was sent to her. Obviously, you had the opportunity to speak to her. Did she elaborate on what was going through her mind when she received that notification, that call?
Yeah, immediately after she got the call, she and the boy's dad immediately went to the school. As they were heading to the school, that's when they get another call from the principal telling them, hey, we cannot find him on campus. We think he's left school property. And within those minutes from getting to the school and then doing a search of their own, Castillo tells me her mind really went all over the place, to the worst of as she was looking for her 7-year-old. Take a listen.
You know, it's kind of like all of the worst things that go through your head. Like I said, this is a really busy street, and my son being on the autism spectrum, he doesn't really understand basic safety, you know, like watch out for cars and things like that. Everything kind of just looks really fun to him. So, you know, it's just thinking the worst. The same as Dad, like we weren't sure as we were driving around here looking for him after the fact, whether we should be seeing, if we could see him walking on the street or if I should be looking on the side of the road, because you just never know what kind of things can happen out here.
And that last portion there, her saying that she told me that she and the boy's father had the windows rolled down as they were driving. And you heard her get emotional at the end there, saying that they didn't know if they should be looking across the street or even looking down on the sidewalk, thinking of the fear of the worst case scenario through all of this. But fortunately, that did not happen. Investigators say that it was a driver just passing by a busy intersection of Louetta and Old Louetta Road that spotted the 7-year-old walking around and was able to get him into her car, called police, who later picked him up and took him to the hospital just for a precautionary eval.
Wow. Did Mom have the opportunity to meet that Good Samaritan?
You see, that's what Mom wants to do now. She spoke with me hoping this would amplify this story, obviously, to prevent this happening again. And what she wants to do is to speak with this Good Samaritan, this person who spotted her son and pulled him out of danger. She really wants to, she says, properly thank that person for what they did.
Will they keep their child in school, at this school, enrolled here?
That's a good point there, Zach. Immediately after this whole incident, Castillo tells me she pulled her son out of school. He's no longer at Burrell Elementary. Right now, she's trying to find him a good therapist to kind of process all of that's happened and really ease both her nerves and her 7-year-old son's nerves through all of this.
Yeah, just a wild story. Thankful that it ended in a happy ending, but still just very alarming. A lot of questions to be answered, especially from the school district. Rilwan Balogun, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We do appreciate it. The time now is 8:08. To catch up more on Rilwan's reporting, head on over to our website, clicktohouston.com/Klein ISD.